Hello friends, I am going to discuss illustration number 22 of portfolio management CMA final SFM. Okay, please read this question. This is also one of the important question. Please read. Okay, look at it. Here illustration number 22. Sanjeev is contemplating buy selling a shares of the company MNO. Whether company can buy, sell or hold the stock. He already holds some shares in each of these companies. He has the following data in the hand to aid him the decision. Okay, these are the data on the basis of that the decision is taken by the company Sanjeev. Return on the Nifty. Return on the Nifty, this is assumed that the return on the market, this is the 16%. And now rupees 500 treasury bond whose return is considered to be risk free earns a return on 35. In investing rupees 500 on treasury bond means government securities which is a risk free, which is assumed to be risk free, and on investment of rupees 500 you have a return of 3500, you have return 3500. Then what will be the percentage return? That is assumed to be risk free here. The risk free return will be on investment of 500 you are going to receive 35, then that is a percentage return. This is just 7%. This is a risk free. Okay, now company M has a beta factor 0.95. Investment in yield return 13.50. Then the return which is given in the questions assumed to be actual return, and that I had made you understand my concept classes in very details in details. Okay, now you have to decide in security company M. Okay, company M, look at it. Actual return company M. What is the actual return here? This is a 13.5%. Company M 13.5%. The return which is given in the question is assumed to be actual return. The return which is given in the question is assumed to be actual return. And beta is given 0.95. Now you have to decide whether company A should buy, hold or sell the stock. For decision, for you have to calculate expected return as per CAPM. Now calculation of expected return as per CAPM. Expected return risk free plus beta RA minus RA. What is the risk free? You have already calculated risk free is just 7%. Return to market portfolio is 16%. 7%, 0.95, 16% minus 7%. 7% plus 0.95 into 9%. Look at it. Then this is a 15.15%. 15.15%. Look at it. This return is your expected from the company. Investor is expecting 15.15, but in actual investor is receiving 13.5. investor is receiving lower than, investor is expecting lower than expectation. It means investor expectation is higher, that's why he should sell the stock. It is overvaluation, hence sell the stock. Why? Because investor is expecting 15.15%, but company is providing actual terms 13.5%. Investor is expecting more, investor is expecting higher, that's why it is a overvaluation. Now we have completed for this company. Now company N, which is the traded rupees days per share, earns the investor sum of rupees 246. It is a beta days. On investment of rupees 1200 in a stock of N, on investment of rupees 1200 in a stock of company N, he has a return 246. In this case, what decision you should have if beta of the company is 1.5? Look at here, company N. Investment amount rupees 1200, return rupees 1200, return is rupees 246. Beta is given 1.5. Actual return percentage percentage 246 return on investment of 1200, then what will be the actual return percentage? This is 20.5%. Now you have to calculate expected return as per CAPM. Calculation of expected return as per CAPM. Expected return as per CAPM. Risk-free return beta RA minus RF. What is the risk-free rate of return? It is already calculated here. Risk-free rate of return 7%. Return of market portfolio is 16%. Beta is 1.5. 7%, 1.5. This is 16% minus 7%. 7%, 1.5 into 9.5%. And this is 20.5%. Expected return as per CAPM 20.5%. Actual return. What was the actual return here? You have calculated 20.5%. This is 20.5%. As per your expectation, you should have returned 20.5%. And company is providing the same percentage return to you, then this is said to be correctly priced. And investors should hold this type of a stock. Since actual return is equal to expected return as per CAPM. Hence, it is correctly priced and hold the stock. Hold the stock. We should hold this type of stock. We should hold this type of stock. Now we have to discuss company Y. We have to discuss company Y. We have already discussed company N, company M, as in company Y. In this company Y, please look at it. Company Y, price of which rupees 450. Company Y price is rupees 450. Please look at here. Company Y price is rupees 450. Beta factor is 0.6. Beta equal to 0.6. Historically, data shows the annual share prices increases by the company by 8%. Annual share prices. Capital appreciation. Capital appreciation. Capital appreciation your 8%. Capital appreciation is 8%. Last dividend declares rupees 12. Last year we have declared the dividend rupees 12. This is questions. Dividend payout expected to be double in the next year. The next year dividend will be what will be the date? Double of last year next year. ठीक है ना? The 2 into rupees 12, that equal to rupees 24. In this case, you have to calculate return from the security O and expected return as per CAPM and compare that. Okay, now company Y. In this case, you have to discuss company O. Investment in company, that is P0 rupees 450. Capital appreciation is 8% given. Dividend two into rupees 12. Beta is given 0.6. Working note first. Calculation of dividend yield. Dividend yield means investor return on the basis of dividend. The investor has 450 investment and dividend is 24. Then what is the percentage of dividend yield? This is the 5.33%. Working note second. Calculation of actual return. Actually, look at it. Investor has return in two forms. One is a capital appreciation. Capital appreciation means actually investor has invested rupees 450. Now the price appreciated by 8%. 450 price appreciated by 8%. The P1, what will be the P1 in this case? rupees 450 price appreciated by 0.8. In this case price will be 450 into 1.08, 486. 486. It means P1 is this. Then return is capital appreciation percentage. Capital appreciation percentage will be what? 486, where it was 450 divided by 450, that equal to 100. This is your 8%. This is your 8%. The return of investor will calculate by two types of return. One is a capital appreciation, other is a dividend yield. The composite combination of these two is a actual return. Actual return of the investor is actual return of investor. Actual return of the investor, please look at here. Capital appreciation percentage plus dividend yield. Capital appreciation percentage is 8%. A dividend appreciation is 5.33%. We have already calculated here. Then actual return of the investor will be 13.33%. 13.33%. Okay. Now you have to calculate expected return as per CAPM. Calculation of expected return as per CAPM. RA minus RF. Risk-free rate of return is given 7%. Beta is given 0.60. RM is given 16%. Minus 7%. This is ultimately 12.4%. Look at here. Expected return as per CAPM represents investor expecting return from the investors on the basis of risk taken by the investors. The investor is expecting return on the basis of risk 12.4%. 12.4%. Actual return of investor is 13.33%. It means company is giving return to the investor higher than the expectation. Higher than the expectation. Because investor was expecting 12.4%, investor is providing 13.33%. It means company is providing more than the expectations. You can say here decision, since actual return is higher than expected return as per CAPM. As per CAPM. That is, investor is expecting lower. Investor is expecting lower. So that's why this is said to be undervaluation. It is undervaluation. Hence, investors should buy the stock by decision. So this was the very good questions. In what cases investors should sell the securities, in what cases investors should hold the securities, in what cases investors should buy the securities. This is the good question. You must revise these questions. Okay, thank you class. Please like, subscribe and share my video.